I don't know, man, but I tell you what, social media was on fire with so much stuff last night. But first, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you,
they.
Gray, I don't think you seen the one that I jumped on that Gerald posted. Why Gerald out here racing people, man, pulling hamstrings?
No, I didn't see that.
Since I know you like the talk. Since I know you like the talk. And I know you not that far. Come down the street with the guys. Come down the street with the guys. Since I know you like the talk. And I know you not that far. Come down the street with the guys. Come down the street with the guys. We got the main coach out on the ones and twos. We got the homie G-Law giving breaking news. We got Megatron up here, catch on my dude. Real talk here, man, don't get it confused. A few black men with excellence on a daily. Different situations spoken on daily. Speaking facts around here, real fast though. Real fast around here, big fat homes. Don't mix the real on this cast, bro. You can even come and have a good laugh though. And they only giving people what they ask for.
Oh man, I watched the Clemson game, boy. I'm telling you, Gerald, when I got on your post about the Clemson bet, I thought Clemson was gonna come back, man, because Notre Dame had started clowning. I mean, to be honest with you, they was up 23-10, and then Clemson started doing what Clemson do, started coming back, boy, and Notre Dame started looking like Georgia, giving up a big lead.
Man,
Yeah, but everybody said it, and I knew if we started off like we did with Boston College, we weren't going to get a chance to come back and beat Notre Dame the same way we did with Boston College, man. It just pisses me off that we wait to play in the second half of the game, play defense
I ain't even
anyway.
gonna lie, dog. In
So,
overtime, I was starting to fall asleep in and out, and I woke up and Notre Dame was the winner. I was like, what's going on? Man,
bro, I knew once they got us to overtime, I was like, it's not good. It's not good in South Bend to be in overtime with these home cooked referees. Even Mike Tirico and Tony Dungy was rooting for Notre Dame to win that game, man. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather lose to them now than lose to them in the ACC championship. So
that
hey,
game shouldn't even been close. Yeah, that Notre Dame made some mistakes, man. Like it was a few plays, and I watched that whole game. It was a few plays, man. Buddy had like dudes down the field open. He could have been slinging that damn ball. They could have easily went up 40 something to 10. But
he
penalties and
just
all that penalties and all that stuff, man. I don't know how y'all got back in that game like the way y'all got back in there, man. But it was a good game. It was definitely a good
Yeah,
game.
it was.
yeah, it was a good Saturday night
Yeah, it
game.
was, man.
Yeah,
Notre Dame came out like they was ready, ready. You know what I'm saying? Like ready, like it was the natty ready. Because I
yeah,
think they felt like if they didn't win, then they wasn't gonna be able to beat y'all with trouble if they play y'all in the ACC championship, and they need to at least be able to say they split with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And for them to even stay in the playoff talks with everybody playing the way they
Yeah,
are, they had to win that
yeah,
game. They lose that game, people go right back to saying Notre Dame is who we thought Notre Dame was. They can't win the big
yeah,
game because they haven't really beat anybody else.
yeah.
So
That's why.
this puts them over the top. But
That's why I posted on Facebook that Georgia and Notre Dame same team because we have a good big game against Oklahoma and then we can't beat nobody else. So, I mean I know we had a lot of injuries and stuff, but hey man, it is what it is. You gotta get out there and play, man. A lot of that was coaching, man. That conservativeness, like they running crossing routes and pick routes, and we too stubborn to get out of man to man. That's how LSU got beat by Mississippi State. Staying in man to man, they running all over the field wide open. Man, they was exposing our linebackers. We ain't had no subs. I'm like, man, how long can you realize? I mean, can you watch man to man and get beat down, and then not change into a zone, man?
yeah, Clemson did the same thing because they played man to man in the first half and they were throwing the ball all over the field on us. We went to a zone in the second half and Ian Book couldn't read the zone. He didn't have enough time to read the zone and actually make some plays until he started checking down to that damn tight end, which I want to see if that was Gronkowski in the uniform. That dude was murdering us.
Yeah, yeah. That tight end, he was putting in work last night, though.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm be honest. Oh,
Hey
go ahead,
boy,
Joe.
that damn ETN boy.
Hey, he's doing everything last night, wasn't he, Joe?
Oh man, I was at this little uh the couple, the people I know had like he got his little game garage set up. He's a Notre Dame fan, and he was doing what was he doing? He was doing something with the deep frying the pork or whatever. Anyway, but I told him the whole time I was over there, man, if Notre Dame start ETN, Clemson will not come back. ETN is on damn punt return. ETN is on damn defense. He on offense. The motherfucker, all he got to do now is quarterback. like, this dude here, Clemson fan, he was talking about number 17 who got a touchdown. I was like, that's gonna be the last time you gonna hear his name. He's all, we got other players too. I was like, who you got besides ETN? Because the only person I've been hearing today is ETN, 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 ETN. The whole time they playing the game, ETN, man. Like, this dude is on performance enhancement. Like,
exactly. It wasn't
boy.
because ETN didn't play good, because he was catching the ball out the backfield, running between the tackles, getting kickoffs. Hey, when they tried that 59-yard field goal, ETN caught it up under the field goal, tried to.
Right. I mean, man, this dude, man, I'm like, I mean, shit, all he got to do now is coach.
ETN at halftime, like, come on, can I get some help?
God,
Hey,
bro, that dude,
our receiving core, besides Cornell Powell, man, I don't know. The rest of these dudes disappear on me every once in a while. I ain't seen Ngata in a minute. I mean, he played one. He had 1 or 2 catches, and he went out the game. So apparently he's hurt.
Latson didn't play, and Ross out for the year anyway. So
Yeah, definitely. But
that's.
I don't know, man. I just think we just like that pitch play from DJ to ETN where the guy picked it off in the air and ran it back.
Yeah, oh wow, I feel
They don't have enough. They don't have enough. They're not familiar enough with each other to do that play because ETN's waiting for him to pitch it. He's hitching before he pitch it. That's on Tony Elliott. He should have never called that play.
That was the same problem at the Boston College scoop and score. I think Ngata was too high with the handoff, but it felt right to him. But ETN used to Trevor doing it a certain way, and then you know what I'm saying. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like, okay, the man's got a cannon. Just let him throw the ball out to ETN. Don't make him pitch it out to him. All he had to do was just turn, quick pass. ETN's up the sideline for about 10, maybe 15 yards. We're never in a situation where we go to overtime because they don't score that defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
Because their offense was shut down in the second half until it got crunch time. And when he ran out of bounds, I mean, I know ETN was doing everything, and I give him a lot of respect. But when he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock and left him with that last minute and 54 seconds, I was like, this is over.
Yeah.
They're going to get
overtime. Yeah, when it went to overtime, you're right. Like before I fell asleep, I was like, I don't know if Clemson want to go to overtime in Notre Dame.
No. Well, they'll probably be out for the next 2 weeks, though, because the whole damn student body in the whole town of South Bend rushed the field. So I'm like, oh, it's just COVID Central out here.
Hey, it was a Clemson fan in the stand saying, let's rush the field. And then they didn't go down there. He was like, yeah, got him.
Everybody.
That was a good one,
man.
I made a lot of money yesterday.
Hey, I ain't be lying to you, man. I only watch.
Had some bets going on in the garage and stuff, man.
Hey.
I bet on everything yesterday.
I know. Hey, listen, I'll be honest with you, man. I only watched probably about 10 minutes of the South Carolina game, and it looked like Texas A&M was in control, but I was on Facebook, and see, my cousin, she graduated from South Carolina. She was 2 through with Muschamp last night.
Boy, everybody was. What's his name came in this morning talking about they need to fire Muschamp, but I like him. I'm like, do you like him as a person? Because I don't think you know him as a person, really.
Right.
Like, only thing you got to go off of is coaching. I'm like, how are you going to tell me that I like him as a person? You don't even know him as a person.
Exactly.
All you know him as a coach, and he's running that program in the ground.
It was bad last night because he playing that dude that came from, Colorado State with Mike Bobo. This dude, man, I'm telling you, he ain't getting it done. They got Helinski. Who knows, man? I'm going to be honest. When I watch South Carolina, like, okay, for instance, if they show Clemson and Trevor's in the game, every blue moon they'll show a shot on the sideline of DJ. You know what I'm saying? And then in Georgia, whether it's Stetson or DeJuan Mathis, they always show a shot of the backup quarterback. Bruh, I ain't seen no shot of Helinski. Like, do he even dress out? Like,
I thought he got the game. I thought somebody told me he got in the game at the end for the game, which me, I'd have been like, no,
I didn't see that part. Okay, I didn't see that part. I'm like, dog, how y'all just boo boo
Yeah.
on the man like that after he played hurt for y'all last year, man?
Yeah. I tried to flip it to a positive. I was like, well, you know what? Unless you should look at it, he doesn't lose a year eligibility because this year doesn't count.
Yeah, that.
You don't have to worry about playing in the midst of COVID, making a freak accident like everybody else and get hurt in the game and then be out for another 2 years. And second of all, they are horrible this year. So why even go out there and risk yourself on the front line of that?
Man, hey, you still need them game reps, boy.
Oh, I agree, but it's just I'm trying to flip it to a positive where maybe he don't leave, but I don't care about you.
Hey.
But to me, you did all that dressing out, opened up the stands, put the people in the stadium to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
You could have just phoned that in. You could have just said, you know what, we're not gonna show up at our own field. Don't waste your gas, A&M. We're just gonna forfeit this game and move on.
Hey, I don't know, man, but I tell you what, social media was on fire with so much stuff last night. But first, I'm gonna tell you, Gray, I don't think you seen the one that I jumped on that Gerald posted. Why Gerald out here racing people, man, pulling hamstrings?
I didn't see that.
Hey, and he didn't stretch. I'm like, dog, we ain't 25 no more, man. You can't just jump out there and race like you're racing in the hood, dog. He on a foot race with somebody at the trunk and treat. What is it, trunk and treat?
Yeah, trunk and treat. Like, yeah. Hey, man. I got my sports massage done yesterday. My little homie came on there and said, "Oh, you got a massage, man? You must be living a good life." I was like, "Nah, man." I was like, "Shit, I've got a busted damn quad." And so man, we was in Walmart parking lot. You know, it was cold at night. I got jogging pants, so I got a hoodie on. Then I got on basketball shoes in it, so the shoes already heavy.
Yeah.
And then, this is a group of us out there talking. You know, it is egos and mom said, "You ain't fast. You ain't fast no more." I was like, "But I can still run, boy." I was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna run." I was like, "Yeah, blah 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 blah." He kept talking to Jock. I was like, "You know what? Man, I start taking stuff out my pocket." I said, "Let's go."
Peer pressure.
And in the parking lot, Walmart parking lot kind of go up an incline like that. Now the whole time I'm taking stuff in my pocket, I'm like, "Look here now, I already know I'm gonna pull something, but I'm still gonna run." I'm telling these guys I'm gonna pull something. And man, lo and behold, I get about 10 steps to what we race it to, and that mug, pow!
Oh,
Man.
But I still can't run though. But you look at the video, you'll see what I got there. I did like that right there. I was like, God. Man, I tell you,
it was all about the pride.
You try to be tough. You know what I mean? You be like, "Yeah, but I told you, man, it hurt. Boy, I got home. I like the damn dive.
Did you
boy.
even get to hit leg day last week after pulling your hammy or quad? I mean,
Well, see, I hit legs Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And that's the thing. My legs they was trying to recover Saturday.
Oh Lord.
You out here running with tight legs from lifting.
Right.
No stretch.
Like this, just something
cold.
you to kill you.
He thought he was old boy on biker.
That's why I ain't pulled both of them.
He thought he was old boy on biker boys. He just gonna jump in the race and he ain't even in the race.
Hey man, I busted my leg, man. Dude, I was like, "No, you ain't winning, fool." I was like, first off, I won by a damn headband because that's when I pulled my hand, my quad.
You ain't winning at the tape, is it?
Hey man, we got on video. It's
Oh,
out there.
Lord.
I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at that one, boy. That's crazy, dog.
But I went and got my little deep, my little sport massage yesterday. When I tell you that thing was painful, boy. Oh man, the lady got digging in my leg, boy. I had a tear roll down my damn face. She's like, "They hurt." I was like, "Man, yeah, but you got to get it out." I was like, "You got to go ahead and get that blood moving."
Hey,
But man, all week, I got to get up and down out the damn truck.
Yeah.
So all week I walk around with this damn limp. I'm down there pulling myself up in the damn truck because I can't really bend my damn leg. Oh man, that was a rough. Hey, I had a rough week over this damn leg.
Oh
boy.
man, well hey, you ain't the only one that had a rough week, buddy. 45 had a rough week after Tuesday. Biden ran him down like DK Metcalf ran Buda Baker down.
Man, look here, man. This election, boy, it's like a damn game 7
Bruh.
series. But I'm like, damn, it don't take this damn long to determine who
But
won. We got all week.
it was so many memes going on about how long it was taking to count the election, man, and it was taking a long time. But every day, every time somebody reported, Biden got closer and closer to Trump, closer and closer, and then he just passed him, and then it was like Trump was standing still, and Biden was just kept on going. Oh man.
But the memes was funny as hell though, boy.
Oh yeah.
They had one meme somebody they should get a count the QT people.
Or Chick-fil-A. They said if this was Chick-fil-A drive-through, they had a count done already.
Hey,
Yeah.
count me.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So we got a president. Go ahead, Joe.
It's like, you got to think about it. All he did was complain about mail-in votes, mail-in votes, mail-in votes. So all his people went to the poll.
Yeah.
With most Democrats, older Democrats were like, I'm not about to go out here and get coronavirus just to vote. I'm going to mail in this ballot.
Yeah.
So where he thought he was winning, like, dude, you still forgot about the mail-in votes. I'm like, you're winning, but it says 50% of the votes, 40% of the votes, 60%. Can't count on that. Unless you're in a state like South Carolina, of course. It says 30% of the votes, and they were murdering us. But it was just, to me, it's like, look, you're getting too excited. And now, just reading some stuff earlier, they're talking about, they wouldn't let us in to watch the count, so we don't believe it's real.
But
Do we
the
have
thing
to
is,
Can't you just
the thing is that whenever
count.
they counting, there's a Democratic representative and a Republican representative present. So
Exactly.
if they was cheating, that means the Republican representative was in on it.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, man, just accept the count and move on with your life. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
we know you're going to jail, but you're probably not going to jail. You're probably just going to get sat in front of a committee and blah, blah, blah. It'll be over.
Well,
I think most of the American public just wants him gone. They don't care if he goes to jail or not. They just want him out of the
Well,
White
at
House.
this point, like I said, at this point, you know, we got a president-elect, you know, Joe Biden. Congratulations to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. The thing is, I think they won not necessarily because a whole bunch of people was voting for Joe Biden, but more so people were voting against Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and sometimes I know you can't always get the candidates you want, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do so that a certain party don't win. And I think that's what happened. You know, a lot of people voted against Donald Trump just because, like I said, you know, I voted against Donald Trump because I didn't like, you know, his presence in the White House just didn't make the nation seem like we was coming together the last 4 years, more so as we were getting more divided each year. So we'll see.
That's why I got my shirt on. Equal is greater than divided,
Yeah.
man. It's as simple as
Like
that.
I say, you know, I
Like,
tell
hey.
you, I ain't no Democrat or Republican. But the thing is, though, I want that. It's like that post I posted on Facebook. I don't want the nation to be blue. I don't want the nation to be red. I want the nation to look like the flag, dog. You know what I'm saying? Red, white, blue. Like we can all come together. But who knows what we'll see in the future? Now it's on Biden and Kamala. You know, them first 100 days gonna be crucial.
Yeah, if we can get past this other stuff, we got to get past the lawsuits. We got to get past all this. He's not the real president. Is Donald Trump going to leave the White House?
Yeah.
And if he does leave the White House, how long before you move in that, Joe? And I'd have to fumigate that thing because nobody in the White House was wearing a mask and everybody kept getting COVID. So
That's true.
it's going to take a second transition because it's not going to be a traditional type transition. He's not going to pick up the phone and call you. He's firing everybody. So when you have the committee office meetings, like the state, when he put this cabinet together, he's not going to have anybody to talk to about what was going on in the Trump administration because Trump's firing everybody. He's pissed off at everybody and keeps firing people left and right. So who knows? This is going to be the most non-traditional exchange of power from one president to the other in the history of this.
Yeah.
People who have tried to kill each other back in the day when they had duels have more civility than this guy has.
you said when they had duels.
I don't know. You got to think about it. You go back when they used to challenge each other on the front lawn of the White House, willing to kill each other because they didn't agree with stuff. At least when they lost the election, they left the White House with their head up saying, hey, I'm leaving. This guy's now in power. I'm moving on. Donald Trump's not that dude.
Yeah.
He's not. He doesn't have that kind of. He doesn't have the ability. I don't think his brain works like that.
Man, I saw you. Y'all was on Clemson fans hard, boy, because I seen about 3 or 4 of y'all post stuff about how Clemson, a lot of Clemson fans, not all Clemson fans, but a lot of them took 2 L's last night, and I was like, y'all know y'all wrong for that.
So I posted this before the game.
Mays posted it. Mays posted it too.
I was like, these damn Clemson fans gonna take all kind of L's because they voted for the wrong guy anyway.
Let's be real. This is South Carolina. It's all both of those cities.
I was about to say, it don't matter if you in South Carolina. You know, he dominated South Carolina, so it didn't matter if he was Georgia, South Carolina, Clemson. It don't matter a lot. Most all of them voted for him. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking about all of those people that they were showing at Jacksonville Harbor that had pulled up on their boat. I was like, all of those Trump supporters. None of those people are voting for Biden.
Yeah.
So you drive your boat down from Georgia to park it right by the stadium and get out and go into the stadium.
So with that said, since we live in South Carolina and we know a lot of people voted for Trump, not just white people, it was black people too. How you move forward? Like, how do you feel when you got a friend or a relative that voted for Trump?
Gerald, I'm gonna let you have this one since you got your boy that keeps posting stuff like that.
See, I don't know him. I know him through Gerald. Hey, the thing is though, I had a good back and forth with him, man, and you know, we ain't get the name calling nothing like that. And then after it was over, we was back to the lobby. So.
Hey, but my brother went there though. They started.
That's your brother.
Hey, that
was funny right there, dog. I was like, I said, I think that's Gerald's brother, and they was going in on each other.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, they posted mean with the jokes. My brother he'll throw a meme out there. Say he'll say something, he'll put a meme on his thing. Hey, man, I tell you, but at the end of the day, I mean, I went to school with this guy. I mean, I went to school with a lot of people that, that voted for Trump, but friendship, that ain't gonna change nothing, man. That little shit right there don't bother me. What was to me is when he keep complaining about, they're gonna take your guns, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. Well, we got to see. Yeah. Hell, you gave Trump a goddamn chance, so give Biden a chance, because y'all act like Trump was a political person. Trump is just a businessman who had money, who got lucky.
Yeah.
Nobody didn't want to vote for Hillary.
I don't know if he was a businessman.
Well, yeah. He's great, but he's a businessman.
Why you want to? Yeah, you want to keep him in there and act like he's just this political guy all of a sudden. Give this guy a chance who actually been there doing stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it like this, and I'm just thinking about it. Trump is like a substitute teacher.
Right.
And he's in charge, but do we really got to behave while he's here?
You might be right, though.
Biden is like the mean teacher, but the nice teacher, but the strict teacher. Because now he's going to follow policies, traditional stuff that the American society's been used to. We let us off the leash for 4 years, and they don't know how to get back on the leash. I'm going to tell you right now. Poor white Americans do not know how to get back on the leash of America. You've allowed them to express themselves freely, like they feel like their ancestors were able to do back when they were just completely empowered. They don't know how to go back. So it's going to take about a year of transition to get them back into the focus of you can't just run around here doing and saying whatever you want to. Like I was watching some news earlier where one of the guys was sitting across the street from a protest, but he had his guns and he was fully strapped and everything else, where I guess he was used to the police officers harassing the people protesting. These were people celebrating the Biden win, but they came and arrested this guy who had his gun on his side and his Trump stuff all over the place. And they were like, you're not supposed to have that gun during a political area, because of course they were down at the campaign office doing this. So he's like, you're arresting me? They were like, oh yeah, we're arresting you. So I'm like, oh, we've changed already.
I know. I was about to say about 3 months ago he wouldn't have got arrested.
He wouldn't have got arrested. Exactly.
That's the problem, man. Like, it's always whatever fits the narrative right now.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
exactly.
The rules should be the rules. If that dude was gonna get arrested, he should have got arrested. People like that should have got arrested 3-4 months ago when they was out, when the militia was out, or when they was in Michigan, when they was on the Capitol steps with the guns and stuff like that. Like, if you didn't arrest them then, why you arresting them now?
I'm like, that's the problem with America. It's like it's never consistent. They always changing the goalposts, so you don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So I mean,
but the friendship thing that ain't gonna change, man. We still law and beef. We still yard beef.
Yeah. Like I say,
we gonna get over this little shit right here, and we ain't gotta hear about it no more.
Yeah,
you know
that's why. Like I say,
I can say one thing. I did respect the fact. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. But what I will say though, I mean, I believe I have distanced myself from some people though that I was friends with on Facebook, because I was at work when I heard Trump had gave his little speech about what he was crying about, how they cheating, how you want to stop the vote, and he's lying about all kind of stuff. And I was like, I'm not no Bible person, I ain't no political person, but I was like, if you accept this guy and his lies, then I can't trust you as a friend.
Yeah.
Because this guy is sitting here lying to everybody about what's going on. You agreeing with. So now I got this myself from you because I don't even know you no more. You know what I mean?
And like I say, when I was going back and forth with said, we was just keeping it, straight, like factual stuff, or it it didn't go where your brother and said with, like, we ain't had no memes and nothing like that. But me and Sam talked about it.
Respect the fact that he was willing to.
Yeah, and then like I said, me and
Sam was talking about, and I told him, I said, man, I don't blame you for not want to be a part of the Democratic Party. I know with Trump, payroll taxes went down, so you get a little bit more on your check or whatever. But like I say, my reasoning for not voting for Trump had nothing to do with policy. It was just that I feel his presence, divided the nation. And I don't believe that you can say, all right, well, I'm going to go Republican because the Democrats ain't did nothing for us, because the Republicans ain't did nothing for us. So it's like,
I'm thinking you got to take the best of both worlds. But that's just really what me and Sid was talking about. Like I said, but we ended on lawn beef talk. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about, we was talking about lawn beef, talking about our cameras and things like that. So we was cool. And I think that's what we are. But I don't think everybody handling it like that. Not just black people, white people. It's some people done fell out with family members and friends and everything.
I'm going to tell you right now, my problem is, I don't have a problem with Republicans. I don't have a problem with Democrats. I have a problem with Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Because were you this on fire for George W? No, you weren't. You're this on fire for a guy who shows you gives you the ability to hate other people, not people, whoever. It's just too divisive. You know what I'm saying? It puts you on high alert that you can technically be killed over politics now.
Yeah,
right.
I never felt like anybody back in the day was going to shoot me because I disagree with George W. Now it's a little different. It's like disagreeing with Hitler. I don't want to call him a Nazi, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
But and he gave the dog whistle of trying to say that all Democrats are liberals. That's not true.
Yeah.
I try to tell people Democrats and liberals are totally different people.
That's what I try to tell people. You really not Democrat or Republican. You either liberal or you conservative, but most of the time, because a liberal Democrat is going to vote. There's liberal conservatives. Liberal Republicans too. So liberals are going to vote together. Conservatives are going to vote together. So you can't just classify it as one. I just think you should be able to take the best from both sides and put it all together. That's just my stance. So.
Yeah, because look, I vote on the Democratic Party, but at the same time, I believe in the Second Amendment. I do believe that people should not stay on welfare for generation after generation.
Right.
I do, but I also believe that education for community college should possibly be
exactly.
free. And I also believe that student loan companies should be investigated, because student loans keep a lot of Americans who even graduate poor.
Yeah.
Because the average student loan bill could be $300 to $700, some people $1,000 a month, and that is ridiculous. So I'm across the board on a lot of different things, but I couldn't get behind the Trump support because the man never had any power. It wasn't the fact that he was Trump, but you and I had this conversation before. He has never ran for office anywhere else. He's never shown us publicly that he can run a business. I can tell you my business is thriving and lie to you all day. I can cook my own books. and make you feel like I'm doing the best thing in the world, because he had a standing reputation with the Dutch bank of borrowing money just on his name alone.
Yeah.
And they would loan it to him. So he would always look like as if he's doing well to the public. But doing well and really doing well is, that's two different things, especially when you're running a company. A company versus a country. You can't run a country like you run a company. And that was my problem. People kept saying, well, he's a businessman. Well, the United States is not business. The United States is a country. We got poor people. We got rich people.
Yeah.
You got to take care of everybody.
That's true.
So to me, it's like, do we really need a businessman to run a country? We need somebody who's passionate that can say, hey, look, you have a lot. This person has a little. And to me, the taxes should be totally different. I don't care what anybody says. I don't think anybody should get taxed 62% like Biden was saying he was going to do with people over $400,000. I think that's crazy. Because if I can grind and make $400,000 a year, what gives you the right to take half of that?
Yeah.
One. But at the same time, if I make $25,000 a year, should we really be taking 32% of that person's money? That person should pay tax.
Exactly.
Because if they're making it on $25,000 a year because that's what their abilities allot them to make or afford them to make, why tax them and punish them more? You give them most of their money. It's like they make $25,000. You're gonna take $12,000 of their $25,000. You're gonna take $8,000. Come on, man, stop.
And then be wondering why they're in debt.
Always. They never get out.
Because the thing is, people will be like, well, you can't live above your means. The thing is, if which a lot of majority of Americans went to college, when you went to college and then came out, now we got all this tremendous debt with student loans, and then you making $25,000. It ain't that you living above your means. You're trying to pay back that student loan, and you're trying to pay your rent. So,
exactly. And if you're making that kind of money, just living is above your means in America. Because right now, we were over here. Our household was over here thinking we moving. We were going to a blue state. We were ready to move to North Carolina. So I said, hey, you know what? Let me go out here and look at the prices of Raleigh and see what things are like. In order for me to get the house that I have now in Raleigh, because it's such a booming area, I would be in debt. Because I've increased the price of a house by almost $200,000. So my thing is, you can't tell people that people in North Carolina should get taxed the same way people in South Carolina. The cost of living are different. The federal taxing should not be across the board for all 50 states. Yeah. You need to tax people according to how they live. Simple as that.
And that's what I'm saying. So, with Biden winning, man, it's going to be a whole bunch of people who's going to have to get used to it, and we got to figure out how to move on as a nation and stop being so divided. You know what I mean?
We got to move on. We finally got a guy who has experience in the field that he's in. The guy we had before did not have no damn experience.
We saw how that worked out.
Right. So now let's give this guy a chance, because they treating Trump like he was just a political guy. Like, come on, man, he was not. Like, Trump, Biden is more. He's more experienced than this guy. So we just gotta keep doing what we're doing. Hell, shit don't change. We still gonna wake up every day, go out.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, what you talking about? Hey, it didn't matter who won on Monday. I still got to go to ZF.
I'm in this little group chat on Facebook on Messenger, and little younger guys, and they all of them talking, oh, this is gonna happen, oh, this is gonna happen. I was like, look here, Monday morning, your ass still going to work. You still got to put gas in your car. I was like, matter of fact, y'all probably wasn't even driving when gas was $5. Shit, we had to pay $5 a gallon. You complaining about gas going up to $2.50? Come on, man. Buying motorcycles when gas went to $5.
Hey, when gas was that high, I was working at Adidas, dog, and listen, I had that expedition. I traded cars with my mama during the week. Monday through Friday, I drove her truck, her Frontier. She drove the expedition. I was like, boy, I was driving to Spartanburg every day. Gas was ridiculous, boy.
Think about it. How you think I ended up with a Mini Cooper? I just didn't set out to buy a Mini Cooper. I filled that gas went up, boy. I put $98 in that Ford Expedition. I was like, oh, this is
that Expedition.
Yeah. I'm driving around for the school district, going from school to school, working on stuff. I'm like, Yeah, this is gotta
Bruh.
change. I just put
Yeah.
$98.86 to fill up my truck.
I'm driving from Greenville to Spartanburg and in that expedition. I'm like, and I'm sitting in traffic. Oh, you talking about somebody frustrated? I call my mama.
I say, Mama, since you work right around the corner from your house, on Monday through Friday, you drive the expedition, I drive your frontier, and I come get my expedition for the weekend.
Mm. Hey,
Then me and this other cat told him because it's a couple of older cats. I mean, I ain't gonna say older, but it's a couple of cats that who, when gas was like 50 cent, 89 cents. I was like, so y'all weren't even driving back then when you can get a whole tank for $5.
bro, I'm gonna tell you. During the Clinton era, I remember going into a quick trip in Atlanta and the gas was 79 cents, and I heard somebody complain.
Bruh.
Gas just went up to 79 cents because it was like 60. I'm like, okay. And then I thought about it when I sat over at the Sphinx when I moved here, and it was $4.32 a gallon for some gas. And then they didn't even have regular unleaded. You had to buy premium because they were out of regular unleaded. I was like, yeah.
Hey.
Times are getting different. Times are getting hard.
Time change,
boy.
man.
Back in the
Exactly.
day, you would give motherfuckers ride. Motherfuckers like, give you $5. You take me over here, boy. Give it here.
Now
You tell me now, give me $5, man. My tank ain't
you
gonna
like
move.
$5. Like, where we going? From the front of the driveway to the back of the driveway?
Yeah.
I know, Daryl, because you got the
Yeah.
truck and you got the PB&J. Neither one of them gas friendly.
Got that in my other car. It's a V6, man. That's a sports car. That's a gas guzzler, boy.
Bro,
it goes more gas than that truck do.
I drove in Charger when I wrecked my Mini for 3 months.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even the engine like you have. And
Right.
gas, that thing was drinking gas. I was like, I would never own
That's
this.
why I miss
every twice a week I was at the gas station. With that Mini, I'm going every 2 weeks.
when I had my expedition and you had yours gray at the same time, I went to the car. You kept the expedition and you didn't have the expedition for a minute. Then you got a new one. I was like, I do miss how that expedition ride. But I was standing at the gas pump with the Altima, and it cost me about $20 to fill up. I was like, I'm good.
Oh, but yeah, man, shit don't change. Everybody's just gonna go all day to day, and we're gonna see what he do.
Like I say.
Yeah, I mean,
we gotta be patient. Let him work everything out. And,
give him a shot.
My thing is people need to quit complaining about it, and see a lot of people didn't want him to win because they didn't want that damn black woman in that damn office. That's what it was.
I feel you. I
said it, and I meant it. I felt bad about saying it because I was like, we as Americans have to be past this, but that's a double-edged sword for them because they didn't want a woman.
That's the first thing. They did not want a woman. You're right.
Now you get a woman of color and a person of color, and she's a woman. Oh, it's a wrap. There's people somewhere tying nooses for their own neck.
I'm telling you.
We're talking that Costa Rica stuff like, I'm leaving the country. I won't live under a socialist regime. I'm like, this is not gonna be a socialist regime. So you gotta chill out.
It's a lot of the old.
And I think Isaiah, I don't know if it was you and said going at it, or I don't know if you had posted something on your page, but somebody posted something on Facebook and it made me think like, Obama, black guy, he brought in Biden, white guy. Now Biden, white guy, he bring in a black woman, Harris. But if it's a white president, before this time here, it was all white. You know what I mean? And this is your change right here. You know what I mean?
And see
this is the change that we have to see on what's going to happen.
And see, the first time around, when Obama won, and my camera done went out. When Obama won, he went against John McCain, and when John McCain put Sarah Palin on the ticket, I knew they was gonna lose because the old guard didn't want no woman, not white woman, but they don't want no woman, period, because that's not what they believe women should be. They believe women should be in the kitchen, at home, having kids, things of that nature. So when he first put Kamala on the ticket, I was like, I don't know what they're gonna do, man. I hope they win because. There I go. My bad, dog. I had to fix my camera. But I'm like, because, a lot of the old guard don't be wanting to take orders from no woman.
They're not going to. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's different. And I tell people, you have to think of the Obama administration was more a reflection of what America looks like.
Yeah.
The
Right.
Trump administration is more of what America is. All old white men making decisions on the betterment or the for everybody.
Yeah, because
And they have,
mm-hmm.
So I tell people, and now this Biden administration hopefully will be a reflection of what we want to be in America.
Right.
With women having some equality, more so right up in your face. People doing things that are going to help everybody from the rich to the poor. But hey, it's going to get tricky because people are like, oh, I hope they don't try to harm Biden. I'm like, no, I hope they don't try to harm Harris. They're never going to harm Biden because they definitely don't want a female president. So
right.
That was.
But I just hope they don't.
Hey, that was Biden insurance.
Yeah, I mean, it really was.
He said, "I bet y'all won't try to kill me now."
For that President Santiago stuff.
For Dave Chappelle stand up.
Get somebody behind that you definitely don't want. So I'm gonna put her in here and let's see what
so
you
do. So you gonna leave me and Vice President Santiago to our own devices?
And I hope she's a vice president. Vice president is supposed to be the one that does the goodwill to other countries and build our relationships and get everything back in order. Where I can't remember one time Mike Pence did anything other than stand next to Donald Trump and look like a piece of clay. But
right.
I don't remember what he did in this administration at all, and that's what is relieving to me as far as them being gone. I don't remember anything they did that was the to advance the United States.
Okay.
There's not one policy that changed that helped everybody in the United States. Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
all he tried to do was up one on Obama. Obama already put stuff out there. He was trying to up one.
Yeah.
That
was his whole first year is for the people that hated Obama, he was just gonna take down anything, regardless of whether it was good or not. He was gonna take down anything that had Obama name on it. That's all he was gonna do. It's like
exactly.
Like that don't mean you're doing a good job. That just means you catering to the people that didn't like Obama. Like so.
Right.
It was crazy, man.
And you showing me you being a president, but you got a personal vendetta. I can't have somebody that's. I mean, you don't want anybody that's running your country that's doing everything off emotion.
Yeah.
Because Donald Trump wouldn't even ran for president. They wouldn't tease him at that roast when they were clowning him and the comedian.
Right.
The whole roast, they kept clowning Donald Trump. It was supposed to be about Obama, but they were clowning Donald Trump.
You said Donald Trump said, "I'm gonna show you."
I'm gonna show you.
He like Richard Pryor and Bruce the Million. I don't even want to win, but I'm winning.
Exactly. I just want to show that you out there.
Yeah, it was. You know what I mean? Exactly. He said he told his people
he didn't have an administration.
He told his people, "I'm gonna go out here and say whatever I want. I'm not gonna be politically correct. I'm gonna tell them to grab them by the peas. I don't care what I do." And they still voted for him.
Hey, I was talking to my homeboy last night. We spoke with him for cigar. We talking about the whole situation, and I will say, yes, I did vote for Trump. I voted for Trump because he was different.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. A lot of people did.
He ain't gonna read from a script. We got a guy here. We're gonna see what he do. And then 2 years later, it went downhill. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I ain't never seen a president. You can't say nothing on social media. He gonna reply. he is gonna reply to you.
It ain't nobody else. It's him.
Well, why would you want that dude who's trying to run your country but have time to stop and tweet?
I think a lot of people.
Incomplete.
I think a lot of people the first time around. I mean, I didn't, but I think a lot of people did because they was tired of the same old promises, same old I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and nobody ever do that. And then Trump got out there on the campaign trail, and he was fighting sexual assault cases. This dude, people was like, I can relate to him. Like, what?
No better way. He was supposed to think He was closest thing to a nigga and a redneck.
Hey, at the same time.
He
Hey,
was,
'cause
boy,
why
but
y'all-
then 2 years later, 2 years went by, boys, changed. I was like,
I'll
wait a
tell you,
minute.
and then he got there talking about he was gonna
Right.
help you get more money. That's all you had to say to a dude, like money. Let's hear what he got to say. You know, that's how it
Talking
was.
about money, talked about women, talked about cheating, talked about getting
Yeah.
said everything that and I know, and I don't like the locker room, the phrase that they try to use, that's locker room talk, whatever. It's just a dude saying something when he doesn't know he's on camera or being recorded. That's all. That's just a man. But when you get to, even when he got to the point where he said, I can stand out on Fifth Avenue and shoot a baby or shoot somebody, and I still wouldn't lose votes. I was like, that's a level of arrogance that's going to attract everybody. And they're like, you know what? This dude is not only real, he's crazy. And people
wanted to shake up the old way of doing things. That's why a lot of people voted for Trump the first time around. But then, just like Gerald said, 1-2 years in, they was like, I don't know if we should have did that.
Enough of your craziness.
Maybe maybe we need to go back to the old way of doing stuff.
Hey, boy, he got time to reply to your tweet now. You say something bad about him, he's coming now. He's coming for you.
Come on, man. They taking the private jet for taking Air Force One for personal stuff, eating KFC fried chicken. And I'm like, people like, come on, dog.
At least we ain't got to worry about that with Biden. You know, he'll probably, if he tweets something, it won't be, it'll be some other. It won't be like
it's Biden. If it's on Biden Twitter account, it's from some intern. Like with Trump, it was actually Trump.
Oh, it's been
Trump be in the meeting with his phone down below the table. Oh, man, come on, kneeling. That's what we doing.
I mean, but see, that's the thing. You know, you got to think about it. The dude who was the president of the United States told his advisors that you got to put this briefing on one sheet of paper. This could be a 50-page briefing that I need you to read. He'd be like, nah, you got to break that down to one page. Or
I ain't for all that reading, though.
I ain't for all that reading. Give me the title and I'll make up my own stuff.
Hey,
we'll get
Trump was.
I think a lot of he
and see, it was a lot of people out there that was identifying with Trump. Why they could, vote for him the first time around. Because when you ask Trump a question, it was just like asking your homeboy a question. He like, so tell us about the healthcare plan. I mean, we're working on it. Like, what exactly? When is it gonna be done? When it's done. Like, no, it's like talking to your boy. Like, no, am I talking to my president or am I talking to my cousin?
Hey, boy. When it's done,
we'll let you know, man. But
a year later, he's still working on
it. Yeah, a year later.
We like the numbers low, so we're going to leave the people on the cruise ship out in the ocean. He said that on national TV. Nobody got upset. If Barack Obama would have told you he's going to leave a cruise ship full of people in the middle of the ocean because he don't want the numbers for H1N1 to go up, they would have impeached him the next day.
Listen, man.
Oh, yeah. Hey. This dude just said, I like the numbers.
Much as a lot of people dislike Trump, you can't say he ain't do some funny stuff, dog.
Oh no, I mean,
I'm telling you, that dude he's hilarious, man. I'm gonna tell you.
That dude said he had hundreds of governors calling him. Like, you got governors from other countries calling you too? Like, we only got one per state, dog.
Yeah, exactly. He met the president of Puerto Rico. Dude, you the president of Puerto Rico.
Hey.
Like, you got to think about some of the stuff that he has said, so much outlandish stuff that we've forgotten about stuff that should have took him over the top.
At least.
Hey, what about that time? What about that time he brought the was it the football team? Them damn hamburgers at McDonald's.
Clemson.
It was Clemson.
He said he was keeping it real.
Hey, these without cheese right here.
Dude, do you know how bad a chicken McNugget tastes after it's
Oh my God. Hey, I'm like, what a
cold nugget.
Like, I don't even eat McDonald's. What would I'd be like, Mr. President, I don't mean no disrespect, dog, but I don't even eat McDonald's. You got no Chick-fil-A?
We ain't been right ever. our body. We ain't been right ever since. We struggled
Oh
in the
my
games.
God, dog.
We were in the,
Hey.
He put that McDonald's and that pizza in our head, in our mouth.
One thing you do know, you always remember Trump.
Boy, won't you?
This dude will go down in the history books as one of the presidents of the United States, dog. We can't do nothing about it. It's like that uncle who, like, don't nobody like him. He done killed people. He out of jail now. He at the family reunion. Won't nobody tell him to leave. But hey, at the end of the day, he's still your blood. You can't say he ain't your uncle.
I'm telling you, they said it best when they said that he is that dude you know if you go out with on a Saturday night and tells you we're only going here, you know that's a lie. Yeah, you know you're going to 5 different hood clubs.
You're like, no.
You know you
said we was going to the Waffle House. How we end up at the strip club?
Exactly. We were supposed to be going to the bar to watch a football game, and now it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting in the strip club and half my money's gone. That's
all right, man. Hey, man, we can do this all night long, man. But Greg, you gotta get some sleep, dog. And we've been going. Hey, we've been going on, but man, this the guys down the street for Gerald, Gray, and Isaiah, man. We gonna holler at y'all next time, man.
Get y'all on the next one.
Like the talk, and I know you not that far. Come down the street with the guys. Come down the street with the guys.